Hello and welcome again to my channel. So today I want to talk about someone that was caught recently. He was caught today, having come into the country with with drugs. His name is Kingsley Adendu Elechi. He is from Imo State, according to the news. He's from Imo State, and he has been in Brazil, or he has lived in Brazil for the past 13 years. And then he's coming back to the country. He's coming back to Nigeria for his supposed wedding that he's supposed to be holding sometimes in January. But eventually he was caught at the airport with with a lot of cocaine, about 7 kgs of cocaine, wrapped in nylon bags. And he has said he doesn't blame anybody for his misfortune, that he knows what he was doing, he knows what he was getting into, but he was promised about 3 million naira, something of that nature. So, but what I'm really trying to talk about here is the fact that some people are actually outside the country, but they are not doing well more than those that are in the country. Because this will actually come as a shock to a lot of people to think that someone that has been out of the country, someone that has been in Brazil for the past 13 years will be attracted to 3 million naira. Imagine that, when you know what the possibilities are, that if you get caught, you will be jailed, and you will accept that kind of offer for that kind of amount of money, then that means you have not been doing well where you have been all this while. And people are struggling. People want to leave the country. People want to leave Nigeria. They be like, Nigeria, things are not working. The government is not doing enough. The president is doing this and all of that. Corruption, recession happening, and all things like that. And people want to leave. But the sad thing is that a lot of people that leave the country actually are not doing well. People that are outside the country that you might think are doing well are actually not doing well. Because imagine someone that has been in Brazil for 13 years. 13 years you have been out of the country, and you are coming back to the country to prepare for your marriage, and you are attracted to a money like that. Of course, money is money. Don't get me wrong. 3 million naira is something, but for you to be attracted to that, given the circumstances that that surrounds the possibility when you get caught that you will be jailed. Now, the wedding that he's coming to plan for, all those are bygone matter. He can't even be planning for wedding, neither will he be able to attend any wedding because he's going to be jailed. And you know how these things are when matters has to do with drug trafficking. In fact, some countries you will be executed. Some countries don't tolerate drugs at all. You'll be executed. So, but countries like Nigeria don't really execute, or at least to the best of my knowledge, but you will be jailed. And also, in conjunction to that, someone else also was also caught. Another Brazilian also was also caught in the act also, that came into the country with cocaine, in form of sweet. I think it was impregnated into the sweet. So, but when the sweet was tested in the lab, it contained cocaine. And so you will see that a lot of people coming from those countries are actually into drugs. It doesn't mean that a lot of people that are outside the country are into drugs, but a lot of them are also into drugs. But what this message goes out to say is that not everybody that's outside the country is doing well. Not everyone that said they are in so and so country that are actually doing well. Some people are actually just living below par in those countries. Some people are struggling. Some people are scraping by. People might be living in Canada, in the US, in Brazil, in Netherlands, in Korea, whatever, but they are not doing well. And so those that are in country, those that are in Nigeria, are thinking that there are greener pastures out there. Yes, there are greener pastures out there, but a lot of times you might even be doing better off staying in Nigeria and trying to get things working for yourself. Or rather, you have to make a good plan to go out, because a lot of people go out not because they planned it very well to go out as, like normal traveling, but rather they sneak out of the country. And so for that reason, they might not have papers to work, they might not have permit to do, to apply for jobs and things like that. So they will end up doing menial jobs, and those menial jobs don't pay. And eventually they get into drugs because it becomes an easy way for them to make money. So when they get into drug, their life goes into shambles, and eventually they get caught, and that is it. And in some countries, a lot of people have traveled that didn't come back, and their families will be thinking, okay, I have a brother, I have a son in this country and that country, but they've not heard from him for a couple of years. They will believe, okay, maybe he's just hustling. Eventually, he's going to show up. but maybe he's already been jailed because of drug, because he has, he has involved himself in drug trafficking. So this is a very hot message for people out there. Wherever you are, try to do well there. And of course, if you have opportunity to travel to different countries, of course do, but do it legally, so that you'll be able to have the opportunities that come with it. You can be able to apply for jobs. You can be able to do things that are legal, so as to make legal money and not to be caught up in the mix of drug trafficking, which is dangerous and can actually ruin your life. So that is what I have to say in this post, and thank you for listening, and see you in the next one.